Welcome to Coin Study, where we dive deep into the fascinating world of numismatics to uncover hidden treasures sitting right in your pocket. Today we are talking about a coin that might look completely ordinary at first glance but carries a secret that could change your life forever. We are looking at the 1981D Jefferson nickel. Most people would spend this 5-cent piece at a vending machine or leave it in a jar without a second thought, but you are going to want to pay very close attention to every detail of this video because one specific version of this coin has a value that defies logic. Imagine holding a small piece of copper and nickel that is worth more than a luxury mansion or a fleet of supercars. That is the kind of potential we are talking about today. To understand why this specific year and mint mark are so important, we have to look back at the history of the Jefferson nickel series. The design featuring Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his home Monticello on the reverse was first introduced in 1938 and has become one of the most recognizable coins in American history. By 1981, the Denver Mint was producing these coins by the hundreds of millions. In fact, over 1.7 billion nickels were struck in Denver that year alone. With such a massive mintage, you might think it is impossible for any single 1981D nickel to be rare. However, in the world of coin collecting, it is not just about how many were made but the quality and the errors that occurred during the striking process. When you hold a 1981D nickel, the first thing you need to check is the mint mark. The small d located on the obverse side, just to the right of Jefferson's ponytail, indicates it was minted in Denver. While the Philadelphia Mint was also producing nickels in 1981, the Denver issues are particularly interesting to collectors because of the strike quality often found during this era. Most nickels found in circulation are heavily worn. They have scratches, they have dents, and the fine details of Monticello on the back are smoothed over. These coins are only worth their face value of 5 cents. But the coin we are discussing is different. It is a gem. Collectors use a specific grading scale from 1 to 70 to determine a coin's condition. A coin graded MS60 is considered uncirculated, but a coin that reaches the level of MS67 or MS68 is almost perfect. For a 1981D nickel to reach the legendary value we are discussing, it must be in a state of preservation that is nearly impossible to find. We are talking about a coin that looks like it was struck 10 seconds ago with a deep mirror-like luster and absolutely no contact marks from other coins. But even a perfect grade isn't enough to reach the hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars. There is one more physical characteristic that collectors obsess over, and that is the full steps designation. If you turn your nickel over and look at the reverse, you will see the iconic building Monticello. At the base of the building, there are steps leading up to the entrance. In a standard strike, these steps are often blurry or blended together. However, on a full steps nickel, every single horizontal line of those steps is clearly defined and separated. This is incredibly rare for the 1981D issue because the dies used at the mint were often worn down, resulting in weak strikes. A 1981D nickel with 5 or 6 full steps is the holy grail for Jefferson nickel enthusiasts. It represents the pinnacle of production quality for that specific year. Beyond the grade and the steps, we also have to look at mint errors. The year 1981 was a time when the mint was pushing for high volume, which often led to mistakes. Some of the most valuable nickels are those struck on the wrong planchet. Imagine a nickel struck on a penny blank or a dime blank. These error coins are highly sought after because they shouldn't exist. There are also double die errors where the letters or numbers appear to have a shadow or a second image. If you find a 1981D nickel where the date or the word Liberty looks like it was printed twice, you might be holding a fortune. The journey of a rare coin from a pocket to an auction block is a thrilling process. It often starts with someone like you deciding to check their spare change. You might find a coin that looks a bit shinier than the rest, or one that has a strange shape. The next step is professional grading. Companies like PCGS or NGC examine the coin under high magnification to verify its authenticity and assign it a grade. This grade is what seals the fate of the coin's value. A single point difference on the grading scale can mean the difference between $100 and $100,000. As we continue exploring the 1981D nickel, we have to consider the market demand. Coin collecting has seen a massive surge in interest recently, with high-end investors looking for tangible assets. This has driven the prices of top-tier specimens to astronomical levels. When a coin is the finest known of its kind, it becomes a trophy. Collectors will compete fiercely in auction houses to own the very best. This competition is what pushes the price of a simple 5-cent piece into the realm of millions of dollars. You are not just buying metal, you are buying a piece of history and a rare survivor of time. Many people ask how they can start looking for these treasures. The best way is through roll hunting. You can go to your local bank and exchange cash for rolls of nickels. Sitting down and going through these rolls is like a treasure hunt. You are looking for those 1981D coins that escaped the heavy wear of circulation. Perhaps they were tucked away in a piggy bank for 40 years or lost in the back of a desk drawer. Every coin you pick up has the potential to be the one we are talking about. You need a good magnifying glass and a bright light to see the details of the steps on Monticello. In this video, we have covered the history, the minting process, the importance of the demint mark, and the critical role of condition and the full steps designation. We have talked about why errors make a coin unique and how the grading process works. All of these factors come together to create a perfect storm of value. It is a reminder that wealth can be found in the most unexpected places if you know what to look for. The 1981D Jefferson nickel is a prime example of this reality. As we reach the conclusion of this deep dive into the 1981D nickel, it is time to reveal the staggering figure that has the numismatic world buzzing. While millions of these coins are worth only 5 cents and even high-grade examples might sell for a few $1,000s, there is a legendary status for the absolute finest specimen ever discovered. When you combine the perfect mint state grade with the full steps designation and the rarity of its preservation, the value reaches a level that sounds like fiction. The estimated value for the top-tier 1981D Jefferson nickel in this extraordinary condition is $800,000 million. This makes it one of the most valuable modern coins in existence and a true testament to the hidden riches that may still be circulating in the world today. Thank you for watching Coin Study and keep hunting for those treasures.